Let's go to Revelations 13, 1 through 9. You got it?
Mm-hmm. Revelations 13 and 1. And I stood up upon the sand of the sea, and saw a beast rise up out of the sea, having 7 heads and 10 horns. And upon his 10 horns crowns.
Having 7 heads and 10 horns. The 7 heads are the 7 empires that came before Rome. The 10 horns came out of Rome. Read.
And upon his heads the names of blasphemy. And the beast which I saw was like unto a leopard.
And the 10 horns is who? The 10 horns is the common economic union, or who you would call the EU today. Read.
And his feet were as the feet of a bear, and his mouth as the mouth of a lion. And the dragon gave him his power.
Who gave him their power?
And the dragon gave him his power.
The dragon gave these empires their power. So you can't say that the Most High are behind these empires. The dragon gives them their power. That's why they fight against the Most High seed. Read.
And his seat, and great authority. And I saw one of his heads, as it were wounded to death, and his deadly wound was healed.
And his deadly wound was healed. Yeah, it was wounded in 193 AD. But, as it says in this article, the Vatican again at peace with Italy after long quarrel. Healed wound of many years. When did this happen? This happened in 1942. No, 1927, excuse me. That's a different date. 1927 it began, and it was assumed and accomplished and signed in 1929. The deadly wound was healed. Let me read it. The Pope is again an independent sovereign ruler, as he was throughout the Middle Ages. Though his temporal realm established today is the most microscopic independent state of the world, and probably the smallest in all of history. February 12th, 1929, the Pope became a sovereign ruler in the earth. That means he has no authority over him in the earth. He can do whatever he want to do. In 1929. And guess who helped him with this? Guess who set him up and helped him? Not only the Jewish factions, the American powers. Here they are signing the treaties so that this guy can get full power in the earth. Okay? It says here, Cardinal Gaspari and Benito Mussolini, seated after exchanging treaty ratifications in the Hall of Congregation, the Vatican, June 7th, 1929. Now the Most High is not behind none of this. Satan is behind the whole thing. Setting them up again. So that deadly wound was healed. See, but everyone was used to the power coming from Rome. That's why they used the little horn. She's the whore that Rome would use to separate themselves from the tyranny and the wickedness that would come from this country. So they can say, well, it wasn't us, it's America, when really they're all together. But they use America as a whipping boy, as a takedown, as an extension of Rome to continue the Greeks, Romans, and the 10 Horns conquest. America came out of 3. of the 10 horns. So they can use politics and TV to make everyone think that they're not together. But they are together. But envy and strife have developed against America. Because they came first and America is getting all the glory. So it tells us in Revelations that these 10 horns shall hate the whore and burn her with fire. That's the future of the place we live in today. Let me bring it around here. Okay? Let's go to Revelations. One moment here. Let's go to Revelation 17. What verse you left off at Revelation 13?
Verse 3.
Finish reading what you have. Read down to verse 9.
And all the world wondered after the beast, and they worshipped the dragon, which gave power unto the beast.
And they did what?
And they worshipped the dragon, which gave power unto the beast.
So those that are under this authority worships the dragon that gave power to the beast. So Satan is a god to be worshipped. Yes, in this earth. He gave them power, so in return for that power, the people under their rule have to worship Satan. In the 4th century, they integrated pagan belief, the same gods I pulled out earlier, with who? Pagan belief with Christianity. So they masked their pagan gods with biblical names. They switched the Sabbath day, which is Saturday, to Sunday because they was worshiping the sun under Nimrod, well before there was a Roman Empire. While Christ was walking the earth, the pagan Romans was worshiping on Sunday. Okay? There's more. Read.
And they worshipped the beast, saying, Who is like unto the beast? Who is able to make war with him?
Who's able to make war with this beast? No one can beat America. That's how you know it's talking about America. But guess what? They're being spread thin. Their armies are spread thin now. Read.
Verse 5. And there was given unto him a mouth speaking great things, and blasphemies, and power was given unto him to continue 42 months. And he opened his mouth, and blasphemed against the Most High.
They opened their mouth and blasphemed the Most High. They drafted a constitution as total defiance of laws contained in the Bible. There was no need for a constitution. They blasphemed the Most High by making their own laws to vice the commandments. Read.
To blaspheme his name.
To blaspheme his name. Calling him Zeus, God, and all the pagan names. When you know his name is Ahia, which is I am. And also they spoke great words by changing the Sabbath day from Saturday to Sunday. Get Daniel 7 and 25 and 26. Read that.
Daniel 7 and 25. And he shall speak great words against the Most High, and shall wear out the saints of the Most High.
And the saints of the Most High are being wore out. The saints are those that have served captivity in all these empires. They're the true saints. The saints didn't get no respect in the Roman Empire, even though they were Christians and followed Christ. They got murdered by the Romans. Okay? They got murdered. And they're still catching pain in this earth. Still being thrown in jail and persecuted unlawfully. Read.
And think to change times and laws.
And they would think to do what?
Change times and laws.
So they thought to change times and laws. What times? The times contained in the Bible. Switching calendars to try to offset prophecy. Changing laws. Switching the laws of God and telling people in the church they no longer have to follow God's law. The Roman Catholic Church did that. Switching the Sabbath, whom the Lord hallowed to himself, to Sunday to worship the sun, the S-U-N. The sun connected to the fire, or one that come out of the fire, which is Satan himself.